Oh, wow. Nice and early. Tommy, Eliana joining from Amsterdam. Good morning. I love that. That's amazing. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only, the Action Jackson. Here we go. We're about to go live now. Nice and early. I like early. Early bird catch the worm, as they say. Welcome. Good morning. Hi, Jonathan H. How are you doing? Where are you watching from, Jonathan H? Type up where you're watching from. This is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation with me, Action. This is where you get your daily dose of happiness from. Whatever you do today, this morning, we're gonna upgrade your level of happiness. So if you're ready to upgrade your level of happiness, you got a nod for me, man. You got a nod for me, man. It's very, very important, man. Good morning, good morning. This is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. What's going on, Joe T? What's going on, Cody? What's going on, Fumbi Omoteo? All the way from Nigeria. Good morning, each and every one of you. Good morning. Welcome to Motivation for the Nation, all the way from Welling Garden City. This is the show that pumps up your happiness. And I know you don't know that we need a bit more happiness in our lives today. Today's topic is going to be amazing. I'm just waiting for a few more people to gather in, to wake up, to rub the sleep off their eyes. How's your lockdown been? Mine's been amazing. I've been trying my best to be productive. Trying my best to carry sunshine in my mind. Here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Action Jackson, Motivation for the Nation. This is what this show is about. Fumbi says he's from Hackney. He's lying. He's from Nigeria. He wishes he lives in Hackney. Welcome to Motivation for the Nation. I need to bring Fumbi on to the show at some point in time. Someone says the lockdown sucks. You're not enjoying the lockdown? Are you not being productive with the lockdown? You should be productive. Try your best to be productive. Today's show is going to be very, very powerful. I've got a very special guest who's going to be joining us. She's an author. She's an incredible woman, and she's going to be sharing with us some of her skills and her ability. Today's topic is very unique, so hold tight for today's topic. I'm so excited for today's topic because every single day we cover a different topic. We got people watching all the way from Amsterdam. Tommy and Eliana watching from Amsterdam. That's amazing. Can you imagine? This is a worldwide show. We got Fumbi from Nigeria. We got Tommy and Eliana watching from Amsterdam. Some people are missing their friends because they're on lockdown. Everybody's on lockdown. Welcome, Sarah. How you doing? Welcome to Motivation for the Nation. This is what it's all about. And in about 30 seconds, we're going to do our anthem like we do every show. If you've been watching the show throughout the whole week, today is 1 week, day one, a week and a day. We do our morning energizer, okay? If today's your first time watching the show, I just want you to type a yes. I just want you to type a yes if today is your first show. Today's your first day watching the show. I just want you to type a yes for me. Excellent stuff if today's your first day watching the show. All right, now I'm excited. Are you as excited as I am? Okay, Phoebe and Martha are back. Okay, hello Phoebe and Martha. I've got two screens working here. I've got to shout out everybody from Dream Big Ivan in the building. He's watching all the way from Uganda. He's watching all the way from Uganda. Wow, Dream Big Ivan. What's life like in Uganda? Hey. Okay, guys, it's time for us to do our morning energizer. If you don't watch the show, this is how we do our energizer. We get ourselves in the zone, okay? Ooh, are you ready? Are you ready? Type yes if you're ready. All right, now. Energizer in the building. Hey, you better work for me this morning because the world is waiting. The world is waiting. Okay.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to
Ladies and gentlemen,
Don't you know, pump it up.
it's time to pump it up.
Don't you
It's time to pump it up. Hey, don't mess with our music, you know. Hey, listen, the technical stuff is trying to mess with our flow. Not today, mates. Not today, not today, not today. Here we go. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. Come on. Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. That's what you've got to say, man. That's what you got to say. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. Come on. Come on. Hey. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Pump it. Are you ready? Morning Energizer. This is Action Jackson and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. Don't get tired on me. Are you singing it? Are you dancing it? Come on. Let's go. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha. Come on. Pump it up. Pump it up. Ha. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it. Oh, where's my floss? Where's my floss?
You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know,
Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Ha.
pump it up.
Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation. Go tell your friends to join us. Today's show is going to be powerful. Welcome to Motivation for the Nation. With me, Action Jackson.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 welcome. Woo! Pumping it up. Pumping it up. Look at that. Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. If you've just joined us, you are watching Motivation for the Nation with one and only Action Jackson. What's going on? Hello, Ellen. How you doing? Hope you are doing well. Want to shout out everybody. Look at me breathing so hard. Daisy from Applecroft. It's her first time here. What's going on, Thomas? Ethan, how you doing? Welcome to Motivation for the Nation. Today's show is going to be powerful. Wow, I'm excited. If you enjoyed that energizer, how many of you just watching thinking, this guy is crazy? Where did he get this energy from? It's gratitude. Good morning, Issa Ken, welcome. Just click the live request button now so that when it's time to bring you on, we know what to do. This is great. This is great. This is great. Now, if you're watching for the first time, type yes. If you're watching for the first time, type yes. Because I need to tell you what the show is about. Motivation for the nation, yes. But what we do is we don't just talk motivation, we actually do the things that are going to help you to be more motivated. The world we live in right now is in need. Is in need of more positivity, need of more. It's funny, you know, we're running out of tissue paper and we're running out of happiness as well. But it's not because happiness has run out. It's because people aren't given happiness. So this is what this show is about. Now, this part of the show, we take the energy up at the beginning and then we zone the energy back down to help us do what I call our gratitude exercise. How you doing, Phoebe and Martha? Welcome to the show. So what I want you to do very quickly is to hold up your hand. You got four fingers, one thumb, four fingers, one thumb. And I want you to count the things you're grateful for. Everyone, I'm watching you. I want you to count right now. One by one, the things you're grateful for. You see, it's easy to look at what we've lost, but we forget what we already have. See, sometimes what you have in your life is so beautiful that you let the things you lost distract you from what you already have. So that's why it's so important to always start with gratitude. Don't take life for granted. The most powerful word on the planet is thank you. Because thank you says, I am grateful. I am grateful. So here we go. Watch this. I'm grateful for my life because my life is very valuable. I'm grateful for my wife because my wife is very valuable. I'm grateful for my energy. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for you watching this. See those 5 things that I'm grateful for? Those 5 things, I put them in my heart. So everybody raise your hand, count 5 things you're grateful for. If you can't come up with 5 things, then we got work to do because there's more than 5 things to be grateful for. If you get an opportunity very quickly, I want you to type it up. Everybody type it up quickly. Once you got your 5, type it up. Whoever's got the computer or the phone, type it up. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Eliana, Tom and Eliana, what are you grateful for? Phoebe, Martha, what are you grateful for? I want you to write down what you are grateful for. 5 things that you're grateful for. Write it up. Because the more we are grateful, our heart will be full. I will never get tired of saying thank you. Because watch this. When you're grateful, your heart will be full. When you're grateful, your heart will be full. People's hearts are aching. That's because they're not being grateful. Yeah. Pets, mom, dad, house, me. Oh, amazing. This is so amazing. Happy birthday to those who celebrating birthday. My family from Amsterdam says family, friends, football, pets, nature. Amazing. What are you grateful for? Okay, so now it's not enough to intellectually talk about what we're grateful for. Whenever you think about what you're grateful for, guess what? Your heart is filled with positive energy. Scientists have shown that there is a shift in your body chemical when you think about positive things versus negative things. So right now I want you to close your eyes, sit up straight or stand up straight, and I just want you to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now take one of those things that you're grateful for and just think about it right now. Take one of those things that you're grateful for and think about it right now. Think about how that thing makes you feel. Think about how that person makes you feel. Whenever we think about what we're grateful for, remember, when you're grateful, your heart will be full. So take a deep breath in, breathe out. Think about that person. How do they make you feel? Think about that thing. How does that make you feel? See, many people who are going through stress, they don't have to go through stress. Someone says they're grateful for pounded yam and a goosey soup. I agree with you. Think about you eating pounded yam and a goosey soup. Good morning, Elijah Johnson, all the way from Dartford. Now, remember our phrase. Breathe in, breathe out. The phrase we use to unlock positive energy is this. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. Everybody type it up so we know. Welcome Isaken to the show. She's our special guest for today. All I need is within me now. I want everybody to shout it out and type it up. Shout it out and type it up. All I need is within me now. That is a password to happiness. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to breathe that in. Remember when I said yesterday, you can either have mindfulness or mind full of mess. You can either have mindfulness or mind full of mess. Close your eyes. Sit back, relax. Repeat after me. All I need is within me now. Breathe in, breathe out. Repeat after me. All I need is within me now. Breathe in, Breathe out. Now put your hand on your heart, everyone. Put your hand on your heart. I want you to put your hand on your heart, everyone. Good morning, Emma. Today we're doing mindfulness so that we can clean the mind that's full of mess. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Repeat after me. All I need is within me now. I can hear you. Say, all I need is within me now. Wonderful. Wonderful. If you do that every morning, your heart will be full of happiness. Your heart will be full of joy. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I can hear the birds outside. So birds represent singing, happiness, joy. See, birds aren't worrying about anything. We need to be like the birds. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. One last time, breathe in. Breathe out. All I need is within me now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. If you enjoyed that, I want you to tap a big, massive yes if you enjoyed that, because I know I did. Woo! Welcome to the show. Today is an important show. We're pumping it up with happiness. I've got this amazing individual who was on the show yesterday. She enjoyed the show, and we've been communicating. What I like to do on every show is to bring positive people onto the show to share with you different stories about their life and their journey. Okay, it is a lovely time. It's a lovely listen. When you complain, what's the phrase? Let me go back again. When you complain, it affects your brain. When you complain, it affects your brain. When you complain, it affects your brain. So please don't complain. I want everyone to type up this statement. From now on, I promise not to complain. That's going to be a tough one. From now on, I promise not to complain. OMG, I've got the one and only legendary, an individual who I have known for many years, Yolanda Brown, on the show. If you don't know about Yolanda Brown, where have you been? Where have you been? This woman, I respect her so much. She's someone that has exercised resilience, goal setting, vision, and world domination. Wow. So I think at some point this week, we might, with the great permission to bring Yolanda Brown on the show at some point this week, it would be lovely to bring her on because she plays a very special instrument. If you've been watching the BBC and all over, she's amazing. So big, massive shout out to you, Your Highness Yolanda Brown. She is so talented. You don't understand. I could spend the rest of the show talking about Yolanda Brown. As a matter of fact, when we're done, just go and Google Yolanda Brown. You don't even need to Google. Just call out her name, Yolanda Brown, and things will just start to appear. Really respect you, respect your determination and focus. So please, at some point this week, if you're free tomorrow between 10 and 11, I would love to bring you on the show to talk about the importance of resilience. Because you play an amazing instrument. But anyway, let's carry on with the show. That was a positive interruption to my show. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on today's show, we're going to be talking about forgiveness. Ooh. Now, I said that when you are grateful, your heart will be full. Okay? When you're grateful, your heart will be full. When I got you guys to type up, from now on, I promise to complain. What I'm trying to get you to do is to look after your heart. When you complain, you damage your heart. When you complain, you damage your heart. What you don't realize is complaining is an energy that comes out of you. And when you complain, your whole body is filled with toxins. Why? Because for you to complain, that's not fair. Why is that happening? A chemical in your body called cortisol is released. And cortisol is a stress hormone. And cortisol fills your body with negativity. But whenever you're positive, endorphins and dopamine is released in the system. And dopamine and endorphins actually makes the heart feel good. How do we heal the broken heart? Stay tuned. This is what this show is about. If you want to know how to heal a broken heart, stay tuned, because every heart can be mended. I don't care. The reason why most hearts, someone says, I banish cortisol. Well, when you start being grateful and you're forgiving, you'll be able to get rid of the cortisol in your system. People don't realize this. Biologically, your body stores every memory and every thought that you have. People ask me, why are you always happy? Because I'm always grateful. I always choose not to. I see things that annoy me, but I don't choose to go over it in my head. So today I've got an amazing woman who's going to come on the show today, and they're going to share with us their story, their journey, and we're going to lean it towards forgiveness. If you're watching, thank you so much. What if your heart's got run over? You know what, Stacey, we're going to have a Q&A later on. Everybody's loving the topic today. There's some people whose hearts have been, okay, if your heart has been affected by someone's negativity, I want you to type yes. I think today's show might be longer today, you know. Oh my, I can feel that this topic, if you've been offended by someone, okay, I want you to type up yes. If you've been offended by someone, okay. Oh wow, everybody, wow, this is deep. People have been offended. Oh, so there's a lot of opportunity. Good morning to the Fantasies. Welcome. You guys are gonna get a late mark because you're late to the class today. Okay, you're late to the class. Welcome. We're talking about forgiveness today. We're gonna bring on our special guests right now. So Issachen, I hope you are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, this amazing person, she is a gifted individual, an author, a leader, someone who's inspired the world with her energy and her passion. I love hanging around people who are positive, and she's definitely part of my digital family. So ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I bring on to the show the official Issachen. Issachen, you are live to the nation. This better work. It's working. I trust it's working. So if you're on the show, and you definitely, Issachen, how you doing? Okay, wait, let me make sure that our audio is working right. Can we hear you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Say hello to the world, Issachen.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Awesome. Thank you for having me, Action Jackson.
It's a pleasure. I mean, yesterday you were on the show. You must have enjoyed the show yesterday. What did you enjoy about the show yesterday?
It was amazing. I like the fact that, to be honest, you were very sort of lighthearted about it, and I think if anybody came on the show feeling so much joy, I mean, even the physical exercises, I was like, oh.
The physical exercise.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh, we got some internet flow there. She's talking, but we can't hear her. Your talk, we can't hear you. Can you? Oh, this is the beautiful. See, this is one thing I know. Okay, many of us were on the internet, and sometimes the internet is really so slow. We're gonna bring her back on because I know she's a gifted individual. We need to hear from her before we go into the topic for today. She loved the dancing part of the show. How many of you actually love the dancing part of your show? How many of you love the dancing part of your show, of the show? I love the dancing part. I think it's one of my favorite parts because it gets us so energized. So we're going to try and bring Issachen back on again. Welcome if you just joined me. My name is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. As you all know, we need some motivation right now. We need it. And who dances along with the show? You know, don't just if you've got questions, just go into my Instagram and post a question, because I'm going to be taking some questions later on. We're going to bring our guest back on in a moment before we do our teaching. If you've just joined me, this is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. We were just waiting for Issachen to log back in. Today we're talking about forgiveness. Now, if you're watching right now, it's one thing I know. You have been offended at some point in time. You have been offended. Now, the problem with offense is this: we hold on to it. Now, if you're not careful with offense, I'm just looking at my props. Oh, she's back. Oh, audio's on.
Hi, sorry about that.
That's okay. I was just saying that too many people are on the internet.
Yes, I know. Especially at
So tell us a bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. So my name is Isaken. I'm a problem solver. So that means that wherever I see a problem, I like to provide a solution. So one of the things that I do, my background is in law, and I'm in the process of getting my legal qualification to be able to practice internationally. I'm also about to release the third one. First book is about protocol and armor bearing, or being a PA. So if you've ever been an assistant to a pastor, or you've worked as a PA, if you've ever served in that capacity, how to go through the process of being submitted to somebody, and how to overcome the hurdles and the challenges that come in that office or position without quitting before it's time.
Wow.
So I've had the opportunity and the privilege of serving many of God's finest ambassadors, and I still do it now for my spiritual mother, but I did it for several years, and there were many things that I went through. I served many pastors and many men of God.
I just love it when things freeze up like that, and look at the internet. Whoa, we got a technical difficulty there. And that's just causing this whole interview. One thing she was talking about that I really, really loved is the whole idea behind serving others. And she's written a book about how to serve others. We're going to just wait for the internet to sort of sort itself out. While we're waiting for the internet to sort itself out, I want to do something real quickly today. And I want to show you something. Today we're talking about forgiveness. This is a silly question, but what's this? This is our heart. And I think it's very important to understand the internet issue is just affecting our interview. We're going to try and bring that back on at some point in time. So watch this. Our heart's very important. And what people don't understand is this. The lady earlier on, and I think what we can do is during the Q&A, we can actually have Isaken help us via text with Q&A. At some point, so stay tuned. Good morning if you just joined us. This is Action Jackson, and welcome to Motivation for the Nation. Watch this, everyone. This is your heart. When you're born, Delanda, I would love to bring Delanda on to kind of talk about the issues of the heart. Watch this. This is the heart. When you're born, it's lovely, blank. Now, by the time you're probably 10 years old, it's not blank anymore because you would have experienced a lot. Now, this pen represents the things that people say or do. Okay? Now, there are people in your life who will come and maybe they offend you. Like that. You see that? There's a hole there. And somebody else comes and they offend you again. There's another hole there. There's two holes. The heart is still working, but there's a hole in the heart. See, what most people don't understand is when you're offended, this is what happens to your heart. And we have to acknowledge the fact that you're hurt by someone and they offend you. Yeah? How many of you looking at this and say, listen, 4 dots? My heart looks like it's got more like 1,000 dots on it. Well, yeah, that's the truth. Many of us get offended by people. We get offended by things. We get offended by friends. We get offended by the government. We get offended by the bad weather. We get offended by all sorts. That is a given. You can't get away from offense. Okay? You can't get away from offense. That is a given. That's going to happen. But what most people don't understand is this. You have the power to forgive. It's someone that said to me, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You've got to learn to forgive people. Forgiveness is the quickest and the best way to heal the heart. Does everybody get what I'm trying to say? Now, people who cause offense Okay, question. Here's a question, and please, everybody, Applecroft, my family from Amsterdam. When people offend you, do they do it on purpose? Do people do it on purpose? When people offend you, do they do it on purpose? I want you to type a yes or a no or sometimes. When people offend you, do they come out and say, I'm going to offend that? Is that what they do? I want you to type that up, a yes or a no. Our special guest, Issa Ken, we were just having some technical difficulties. We're going to try and bring her on before the show ends. So Sarah says, yes, people do it on purpose. Do people, when they offend you, do they do it on purpose? Do you think they do it on purpose? So my Amsterdam family says, yes, they do it on purpose. Delanda says, sometimes. Daisy for the fan. It's Miss Rebello in the building. Hi to Thomas. Hi to Ethan. Hi to Ellen, Phoebe, Martha, all Applecroft family. Yes, hi. So we're talking about forgiveness. Now watch this. What people don't understand is this. Hurting people hurt people. When someone offends you, it's not that they're saying they wake up that morning and say, this morning I'm going to offend Phoebe. No, that's not what they do in their mind. What they do in their mind is this. They've been hurt so many times, and as a result of being hurt, the only thing they know to do is to hurt others. See, hurting others is almost like this defensive mechanism that people use, i.e., I've been offended. So when something happens, they feel a certain way. That's why empathy is so important. When someone offends you, they didn't wake up that morning and think, okay, my to-do list for today is to offend number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and they're going to tick that list throughout the whole day. No one plans to go and offend someone. What they're trying to do is to protect something else. Okay? So what you've got to understand is offense comes from different angles. Hurting people hurt people. Happy people heal people. Oh, please type that up. Hurting people hurt people. Happy people heal people. I'm trying to help you to become a happy person, not a hurtful person. I'm trying to help you to become a happy person, not a hateful person. So how do we begin to actually heal our hearts of offense? Now, when you store the offense, watch this, when you store this offense that happened, and many people, guess what? They've got a date attached to every hurt. They've got a date attached to everything, and they hold it as a memory. They hold it as a memory. And the more they go over the memory starts to go deeper and deeper and deeper. If you don't learn to forgive now, guess what happens? It weakens your heart. Now, what would happen if I keep putting holes in this heart? I put another one there. Yeah? The heart's got a hole. Does everybody get what I'm trying to say here? If you understand what I'm trying to say yes. Morning, Emma. Now, Delanda asks a very good question. How do you think? Now, watch something. I'm about to do something. Someone says we're all zombies. No, we're not. We're human beings with great power. Watch this. I've been offended, and my wife will tell you this. If my wife's on the line, I want you to type up an answer. Whenever I get offended, guess what I do? Woo! Watch this. I do something called advanced forgiveness. Advanced forgiveness. Advanced forgiveness is forgiving people before they offend me. Advanced forgiveness. I forgive humanity before I experience humanity. So I do something called advanced forgiveness. The reason why I do advanced forgiveness is, number one, I know people will offend me. That's guaranteed. So there's no point stressing myself. So when that offense comes, the first thing my brain automatically does is, okay, you've got advanced forgiveness for this person, so we've forgiven them before they offended us anyway. Because I've got to protect number one, which is your heart. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I do something called advanced forgiveness. Everybody type it up. Advanced forgiveness. When you exercise advanced forgiveness, you forgive people before they offend you. So when they offend you, it doesn't affect you. Kai, let me say that again. When you exercise advanced forgiveness, you forgive people before they offend you. So when they offend you, it doesn't affect you. Not as much. Because I knew you were going to, it's like this. It's like when you watch those movies and someone says, oh, this person is coming. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. So when that person comes, it's like, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. It's no surprise. Advanced forgiveness is forgiving others before they offend you. So when they offend you, it doesn't affect you. It's a very difficult thing to do, because I'm going to teach you how to do advanced forgiveness. I learned this many years ago and it really, really did help me. Advanced forgiveness. So watch this. But if you've been offended, here's what I need you to do. Forgive the person and wish them well. Because that person that offended you, guess what? We don't know what they were going through. I'm reminded of a story of a woman who went to a shopping center. And when she got to the shopping center, the security guard was watching her very closely, very closely. He went on the CCTV and he noticed that this woman had a big jacket on. And he was wondering, why does this woman have a big jacket on? Well, they kept noticing the fact that this woman was walking up and down the aisles and she was taking different things from the aisles and she was hiding it inside her jacket. She would take bread and hide it in her jacket. She would take baked beans and hide it in her jacket. She would take a bottle of milk and hide it in her jacket. And as she was about to walk out, the thing beeped. And the security guard caught her. And they took her into the office. And they said, you're being detained for shoplifting. In that moment, she burst into tears. She said, please, sorry, forgive me. Forgive me, please. I don't normally do this. This is not what I normally do. Yeah, but you're shoplifting. It's not excusable. She said, yes, I know. But the reason why I had to shoplift was because I was fired from my job. I haven't been able to pay the rent. And I've got 2 children at home who haven't eaten for days. And the only way I could feed them was to shoplift. Now, shoplifting is wrong. Shoplifting is wrong. But in that moment, what we began to see was when we peeled below the surface, we began to see that there was a reason for the action. The security guard was filled with compassion. He looked at the woman and he said, don't ever do this again. Okay? The woman was like, yes. This is the first and the last time I'm going to see you doing this. And guess what the security guard did? He took all the shopping, put it back on the aisles. He took the woman and he said, pick whatever you want. I'm going to pay for it. The woman was filled with such awe and she burst into tears. She said, thank you so much. Why are you doing this? The man turned around to the woman and he said, I too have children and I never want my children to starve. You see what happened there? See, when people offend you, when they offend you, they don't mean to offend you. There's something they're going through that caused them to fire venom your way. So watch what we're going to do. If your heart has been broken, guess what you do? You say, I forgive the person that offended me. See what happens? You fill the hole in your heart. I forgive the person that said I wasn't good enough. I forgive the person that didn't give me what I wanted in life. I forgive the person that didn't pay attention to me. You see, the hole that was there is no longer there. As you walk in forgiveness, guess what you're doing? You're blocking the holes in your heart. See, the scars might be there, but the hole's not there anymore. Look at what happened. The more we fill the heart with forgiveness and we let go, there's no room for poison to come in. Do you see what I'm trying to do? Do you see what I'm trying to do? I'm filling my heart. I'm filling my heart. I'm filling my heart. Forgiveness, 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 forgiveness. I forgive them. I let them go. 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 Look what happens to the heart. See, look what happens to the heart. I forgive them and I let them go. How many of you are learning something from this? When you forgive people, now watch this. See this heart right now? It's mended because that person decided to forgive. They're not carrying the mess anymore. They're not carrying the mess anymore. They feel good. So the second someone offends you, I want you to very quickly forgive them. Now, the scars may still be there, okay? But it's not going to hurt as much when you forgive people. It's so important to understand that when we forgive, we let go. Because if you don't let go, your heart's going to be heavy. That's why advanced forgiveness is so important. Real quickly, to the people in the room, I want you to chat to the person next to you. What did you learn from this analogy? What did you learn from this analogy on forgiveness? Because I think it's important for us to understand forgiveness. Not only to understand, but to exercise forgiveness. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Action Jackson. You're watching Motivation for the Nation. Today we're talking about forgiveness. Being able to walk in forgiveness, exercise forgiveness. So important. So important. Very quickly, we're going to bring our special guest back onto the show just to see if we can make this happen again. Just to find out what she learned from the forgiveness exercise. Welcome, YouTube. How you doing? I hope you've learned something. Hey, how you doing, It's Ken?
Hi. So blessed just listening to what you were sharing. Amazing.
Wow, what did you learn from it?
Oh my gosh. So much. Advanced forgiveness. And it reminded me of that scripture in Psalm 119 verse 165. I think that says, "Great peace have those that love thy law, and nothing shall offend them." And so it's like, and you have to make a decision. You make a decision. I'm going to forgive. So when the person hurts you, offends you, you let go.
Yeah.
And as quickly as you let go, as quickly, God will put the grace in your heart that you need to be able to move forward. But then the key thing that stood out to me, which was amazing, was when you said that your heart is lighter, the heaviness goes. Because a lot of times we walk around with heaviness, we walk around with so much clutter, but it comes from offense, from relationships, from things people have said, from people's opinions, and we carry the offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was amazing. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome.
Awesome.
You're welcome. I'm glad.
Yeah.
If you had some tips for people who are watching right now, in terms of letting go and forgiving, what would be your tips for them?
My tips would be to be honest, if you're struggling with it, I always start with, from practical experience, pray for the person. First of all, you don't know what they may be going through. You don't know what circumstance they found themselves in.
Yeah.
And then also, when you pray for them, what happens is that your heart gets more compassionate. Your heart gets more tender. Yeah. And then you start to look at yourself and say, hang on, if I were in their position, what would I have done? I may have done something even worse, So it reminds us that, we make ourselves of no reputation.
Yes.
And then another thing that does help when I feel offended, because I do feel offended with people.
I love that.
I remember this scripture, I don't know where, but it says,
oh, we lost the audio again. I love the tip she gave us about the importance of praying for people in advance. Wow, this is great. This is great. Guys, thank you so much for sharing what you've learned so far. It's so important for us to understand the importance of forgiveness. Very, very important. Real quickly, I want you to type up something that you've learned from today's show. What have you learned from today's show? Type it up. Because after this, and we're going to take some more questions from you guys before we finish this up. And I think it's time for us to bring back on our energizer to take the energy back up and get you in the zone. Are you ready? Applecroft, are you ready? My family from Amsterdam, are you ready? If you're watching for the first time, this is Motivation for the Nation with your one and only Action Jackson. This show is designed to boost your happiness because we need to be happy. Ellen says to forgive. I love that. I love that. And one of the ways is to write a letter to forgiveness. That really helps. Ladies and gentlemen, let's amp it up a little. Here we go. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ready? Go. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Come on. Come on. Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Come on. Come on. Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Come on. Come on. Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation. Great. 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 Come on. Motivation for the nation. Motivation for the nation. Great stuff. All right. Question time. We're going to take some questions live. I love this. You know, someone said, why do we have to carry on with schoolwork when there's no exams? I love that. I love that. I think it's very important to carry on with some kind of schoolwork, because when you carry on with productivity in this lockdown, you keep your mind sharp, because there is something called atrophy. It is the wastage of muscle when it's not being used. So it's very important for you to keep on learning, keep on reading, keep on feeding your mind in this lockdown. Because, watch this, you are a person, you have a brain, you have a capacity. If you waste your time on entertainment, when it's all said and done, that means you've wasted your life in that season. So it's so important to keep on learning, because, watch this, we're still going to go back to schools, go back to college, university, go back to our businesses, go back to business as normal, but we want to be sharper. This lockdown is an opportunity to upgrade yourself. Okay? This lockdown is an opportunity to upgrade yourself. So please bear that in mind. Utilize your time wisely. Thank you very much for that question. Does anybody else have a question that they would like to ask me while we're here live on the Action Jackson Show? Because in a moment, I'm going to give away a prize, and then we're going to do my music video. Yeah. So very quickly, I might teach on this later on. You've got to run during the lockdown. Yeah. This is what I mean by run. The R is you've got to redefine yourself. Okay. Got to redefine yourself in this lockdown. Who am I? You know, what's a new version of me? The you've got to upskill yourself. You've got to upskill yourself. Very important. What new skills do I need? Because things are changing. And the N in run is you've got to network. You've got to network. So redefine yourself, upskill yourself, and network. That's what it means to run. So someone type that up. That's a gift for somebody else. You can have that for free. All right, let's finish off. Right. Who's ready to win a prize? You know the prize every single week. Every single show I give away these glasses. Not this glasses, I've got quite a few of them. So if you're ready to win this amazing glasses, okay, one simple question, and you are going to win this glasses, okay? Now, I'm going to pick the first person to type the answer up. Okay, I'm going to pick the first person that types the answer will win this glasses, both on YouTube and on on Instagram. Are you ready? What is the name of Action Jackson's song? Who's the first to type that up? Who's the first to type that up? Let me see. To win the glasses, who is the first to type it up? Who's going to win this? Who's going to win this? Who's going to win this? Oh, Ooh, first of all, is the winner. Bookie came in second place. Ooh, sorry, love. You were just a bit too slow, Mr. To say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the music video. Every show, you've got to watch it.
Every time you wake up, don't forget you're amazing. You're a star, and that's never changing.
YouTube, here you go.
Do a little dance and move to the beat. Negativity will come your way, but you stay positive.
Like every single day.
Don't hold your destiny. Better live each day, make a legacy.
I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning, yeah. Young boy, keep your head up high. I catch you when you're falling, yeah. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning, yeah.
Young boy, keep your head up high. I catch you when you're falling. Yeah.
Sing it! I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah.
I'm HAPPY.
Woo!
That's the only way to stay alive. HappyWorld365.com. Join the happiness movement.
Yeah. So I'ma start each day so thankful that I'm breathing.
Cause gratitude is a promise that I'm keeping. Cause I've been through the lows and the deep end. All I needed was some hope and some good friends. So I spread love and I make it look easy. If you want a dose, then you should come and see me. Cause you're special and you're far from regular. Do you hear what I'm telling ya? I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Young girl, keep your head up high. I got you when you're falling. I know sometimes you cry, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah.
Sing it!
Boy, keep your head up high.
I catch you when you're falling, yeah. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. I'm HAPPY. That's the only way to stay alive. I'm HAPPY 365, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to the show. Sarah is so kind. We're gonna give the glasses to Tommy and Eliana. So if I can get the details, please message me so we can give Tommy and Eliana the glasses for being on the show. Thank you so much. I want you to join me tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Motivation for the Nation with me, Action Jackson. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are amazing. God bless ya. Amsterdam family, thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. As a matter of fact, because you guys are watching from such a far place, contact me, message me, inbox me on here, and I'm going to send you guys some glasses. So amazing stuff. Oh, so yes. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So send me the details, please, so I can send you the glass.